In this video, I'll reveal 9 common foods that could be putting you in danger, some of which might already be in your kitchen. But don't worry, I won't just tell you what to cut out. I'll also share healthier alternatives to help you stay strong, sharp, and thriving for years to come. Did you know that some of the foods you eat every day could be quietly increasing your risk of a stroke? It's not just about genetics or aging. What you put on your plate plays a major role in your heart and brain health. And the most surprising part? Some of the worst offenders are foods many people consider completely harmless. As you age, your body processes food differently, and certain ingredients can raise blood pressure, clog arteries, and trigger inflammation, all of which significantly increase the risk of stroke. But here's the good news. Understanding what to avoid is the first step toward protecting your health. So, are you sure your diet isn't working against you? Stick with me until the end because what you'll learn today might completely change the way you eat. Let's get started. Food number 1. Processed meats, a hidden danger to your health. That crispy bacon at breakfast or the quick ham sandwich for lunch may seem harmless, but these everyday choices could be silently raising your stroke risk. Processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, sausages, and deli cuts are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats, all of which negatively impact heart and brain health. Regular consumption of these foods contributes to high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and long-term cardiovascular issues. The high sodium content in processed meats forces the heart to work harder, increasing strain on arteries and making blood clots more likely. Combined with trans fats and chemical preservatives, these foods trigger inflammation, narrowing blood vessels and restricting blood flow to the brain. Over time, this increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Despite their convenience, processed meats pose serious health risks that often go unnoticed. Making small dietary adjustments can greatly benefit your health. Swap bacon for a protein-rich omelet with spinach and tomatoes, or replace deli meats with grilled chicken or hummus on whole grain bread. If you crave a smoky flavor, roasted mushrooms or eggplant provide a satisfying alternative without the risks. Cutting back on processed meats may seem like a minor change, but over time, it can significantly lower your stroke risk. And if you think these foods are bad for your arteries, the next one on the list might surprise you even more. Food number 2. Foods high in trans fats, a silent threat to your health. Trans fats are some of the most harmful ingredients in processed foods, yet they are hidden in everyday items like fried foods, margarine, packaged snacks, and pastries. While they enhance texture and extend shelf life, they come at a serious cost to heart and brain health. If you're focused on reducing stroke risk, eliminating trans fats is one of the most effective steps you can take to protect your arteries and circulation. Unlike natural fats, trans fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, while lowering good cholesterol, HDL, creating an imbalance that thickens blood and strains arteries. Over time, this leads to plaque buildup, poor circulation, and a higher chance of blood clots, which are a major cause of stroke. These harmful fats also trigger inflammation, damaging blood vessels and increasing the risk of heart disease. Even foods labeled low-fat or light can contain hidden trans fats that silently impact your health. Making smarter food choices can help protect your body from these risks. Swap fried fast food for grilled or roasted options. Replace margarine with heart-healthy avocado or olive oil, and choose roasted nuts instead of processed chips for a satisfying crunch. Cutting out trans fats isn't just about avoiding harmful ingredients, it's about supporting long-term heart and brain health. But if you think trans fats are bad, wait until you see what excess salt is doing to your body. Food number 3. Excessively salty foods, the hidden risk behind high blood pressure. Salt is a staple in almost every diet, but consuming too much of it can quietly put your health at risk. While your body needs some sodium to function properly, excessive amounts can lead to high blood pressure, which significantly increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The problem is that many people unknowingly consume far more salt than they should, as it's not just in what you sprinkle on your food, it's hidden in processed meals, snacks, and even everyday staples like bread and condiments. When you eat too much sodium, your body holds onto extra water to balance the excess, increasing blood volume and putting added pressure on your arteries. Over time, this strain causes arteries to become stiff and narrow, making blockages and clots more likely. The effects don't just stop at heart health. High blood pressure can also impact brain function, leading to memory problems and an increased risk of cognitive decline. Because these changes happen gradually, many people don't realize the damage until it's too late. Cutting back on salt doesn't mean sacrificing flavor. Instead of relying on sodium-heavy seasonings, try using natural herbs and spices like garlic, basil, turmeric, and rosemary. When cravings hit, swap out salty snacks for healthier options like unsalted almonds or air-popped popcorn with a touch of paprika. Checking nutrition labels can also help you avoid hidden sodium in packaged foods. Making these simple adjustments can go a long way in protecting your arteries, but if you think salt is a problem, wait until you see what sugar is doing to your health. Food number 4. Sugary drinks and high-sugar foods, a sweet path to stroke risk. Sugar may seem harmless, but excessive consumption can do more than just add inches to your waistline. It can severely impact your heart and brain health. For those over 60, reducing sugar intake is essential, as too much sugar is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, and an increased risk of stroke. The real danger isn't just sugar itself, but the way it triggers inflammation, insulin resistance, and circulation issues, all of which can quietly harm your body over time. Sugary foods and drinks like sodas, commercial fruit juices, and pastries cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, putting immense strain on arteries. Over time, these fluctuations contribute to insulin resistance, obesity, and type 2 diabetes, 3 major conditions that significantly raise stroke risk. Excess sugar also disrupts cholesterol levels, increasing bad cholesterol, LDL, and lowering good cholesterol, HDL, leading to clogged arteries and poor circulation. The longer these issues persist, the greater the damage to heart and brain function. What makes sugar even more dangerous is how often it's hidden in so-called healthy foods like flavored yogurts, granola bars, and bottled smoothies, many of which contain more sugar than soda. Cutting back doesn't mean giving up sweetness. Switch to herbal teas, lemon or berry-infused water, or unsweetened coconut water instead of sugary drinks. When craving sweets, opt for fresh fruit, dark chocolate, or homemade oat bars sweetened naturally with dates or honey. These small changes can protect your arteries, reduce inflammation, and improve long-term heart and brain health. Food number 5. Refined carbohydrates and white bread, the harmless foods that spike stroke risk. White bread, pasta, and pastries may seem harmless, but for those over 60, they can silently increase stroke risk, raise blood pressure, and damage heart health. These refined carbohydrates behave like sugar inside the body, causing harmful spikes in blood sugar that trigger inflammation, insulin resistance, and arterial damage. Over time, these effects contribute to serious cardiovascular issues. The problem starts as soon as these foods are consumed. Refined carbs break down quickly into sugar, leading to blood sugar fluctuations that weaken arteries and promote plaque buildup, increasing the risk of blood clots and stroke. Diets high in refined carbs, like white bread and pastries, also contribute to weight gain, sluggish brain function, and poor circulation. The good news is that simple swaps can make a big difference. Choose whole grains over white bread, brown rice over white rice, and opt for lentil-based pasta instead of refined options. These alternatives not only help stabilize energy and reduce inflammation, but they also support long-term heart and brain health without sacrificing flavor. Food number 6. Red meat and fatty cuts of meat, a ticking time bomb for your arteries. That juicy steak or pork chop might seem tempting, but for those over 60, it's time to reconsider how often red meat makes it to your plate. While it provides protein, fatty cuts of red meat can contribute to stroke risk, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Regular consumption of these meats increases arterial blockages, making it harder for blood to flow freely and raising the chance of dangerous clots. The main concern is the high level of saturated fat, which promotes plaque buildup in the arteries and narrows blood vessels. This can raise blood pressure and increase the risk of stroke. Processed meats like bacon, salami, and sausages are even worse, containing preservatives and nitrates that fuel inflammation and damage blood vessels. To protect your health, choose leaner protein options like poultry, fish, or plant-based proteins such as lentils and tofu. Grilled salmon or bean-based chili are hearty alternatives that support heart health without clogging your arteries. Reducing red meat doesn't mean sacrificing flavor. It's about making healthier choices for long-term heart and brain health. Food number 7. Alcohol in excess, a risky habit for your heart and brain. A glass of wine or an occasional cocktail might seem harmless, but excessive alcohol consumption can become a serious threat to heart health, brain function, and stroke prevention, especially for those over 60. While moderate drinking may offer some benefits, drinking too much can lead to long-term damage to your arteries and brain, raising the importance of understanding how much is truly safe. Alcohol raises blood pressure, dehydrates the body, and increases the risk of irregular heartbeats, atrial fibrillation, all of which heighten stroke risk. Over time, excessive drinking weakens blood vessels, making them more prone to rupture or blockage. Even red wine's antioxidants lose their benefits with overconsumption, leading to cardiovascular problems rather than protecting the heart. Beyond affecting the heart, alcohol can impair brain function, contributing to cognitive decline and memory loss. Health experts recommend limiting alcohol intake to 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. For those who enjoy social drinking, try mocktails, herbal teas, or sparkling water as healthy alternatives, which support heart and brain health without the negative side effects. Food number 8. Deep-fried foods, a crispy threat to your heart and brain. Golden, crispy, and undeniably delicious, deep-fried foods are hard to resist. However, if you're over 60 and focused on stroke prevention and heart health, it's crucial to rethink that plate of French fries or crispy fried chicken. While these foods may satisfy cravings, they come with serious consequences for your arteries and brain function. Regularly consuming deep-fried foods increases the risk of high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and long-term cardiovascular issues that can lead to stroke. The biggest concern is the unhealthy fats found in deep-fried foods, particularly trans fats and saturated fats. These harmful fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, lower good cholesterol, HDL, and contribute to plaque buildup in the arteries, restricting blood flow to the brain. Over time, this increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. And it's not just fast food. Homemade fried favorites like battered fish, onion rings, and donuts also promote inflammation, leading to poor circulation and accelerated aging at the cellular level. The good news is that you don't have to give up crispy, flavorful foods. You just need a healthier approach. Instead of deep frying, try air frying, baking, or grilling your favorite dishes. Air-fried foods provide the crunch you love without the artery-clogging oils. If you're craving fries, slice up some sweet potatoes, toss them in olive oil, and bake them until golden brown for a heart-friendly alternative. Making these small swaps can significantly improve heart health while still allowing you to enjoy your favorite textures and flavors. But before you think you've eliminated all the major dietary dangers, let's talk about one last sneaky culprit: artificially flavored and processed snacks. Food number 9. Artificially flavored and processed snacks, a chemical cocktail for your body. Packaged chips, instant noodles, and store-bought granola bars may seem like quick and harmless snacks, but these ultra-processed foods are loaded with artificial flavors, preservatives, and unhealthy oils that quietly increase the risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and heart disease. While they offer convenience, the hidden dangers they pose to your arteries and brain health make them far from a smart choice. Many of these snacks are designed to be addictive, combining high salt content, artificial flavors, and chemical preservatives that trigger cravings and encourage overeating. The biggest concern is that processed snacks often contain trans fats, excessive sodium, and hidden sugars, all of which contribute to clogged arteries, weight gain, and inflammation, key factors that elevate stroke risk. Even foods marketed as healthy, like flavored granola bars and packaged popcorn, can be loaded with harmful additives that strain the cardiovascular system. These snacks may give a temporary energy boost, but they lead to blood sugar crashes and increased cravings, creating a cycle that negatively impacts overall health. A better approach is to swap processed snacks for whole, nutrient-dense alternatives that support heart health. Instead of potato chips, opt for air-popped popcorn seasoned with turmeric or cinnamon. Replace flavored crackers with roasted chickpeas for a satisfying crunch. And if you enjoy granola bars, make your own using oats, nuts, and natural sweeteners like honey or dates. Cutting back on processed snacks is a simple yet powerful way to improve circulation, lower inflammation, and protect your brain and heart from long-term damage. Now that you know the 9 dangerous foods that could be silently increasing your stroke risk, it's time to ask yourself, how many of these are still in your diet? Are there any you're ready to cut out starting today? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The best part? Small changes can lead to big results. Swapping out processed foods for whole nutrient-dense alternatives doesn't just lower stroke risk, it helps regulate blood pressure, protects your heart, and keeps your brain sharp for years to come. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps spread this important information to more people. And be sure to share it with a friend or family member who needs to hear this. For even more health tips to keep you feeling your best after 60, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And before you go, check out the next video on your screen. It's packed with even more powerful health insights to help you live a longer, healthier life. Click on it now, and I'll see you there.